How's it going, hirelings, henchfolk, and blood hemorrhaging victims? My name is Judge Zed, aka Zacharias the Pious of House Lane, first of his name, former Lord of Give a Shit, a sheer harbinger of Sass, and holy prince of the Sea of Ash, as well as Lord of the Game, and today that game is Super Mario 64. Wake up, Mario. That's right. I just beat this game this week. It took me almost 30 years to do it, and I just want to give a brief little overview of my feelings about the game to maybe combat some of the negative things people say about it online. Just a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here's my review of Super Mario 64. Okay. So welcome to my review. Welcome to my review of Super Mario 64. The first thing I want to talk about is the pure nostalgia. Wake up, Mario. Is the pure nostalgia that this game gives me when I play it. One of the things I want to talk about is just this hub world. This opening level is so incredibly, like, it's a pinnacle of my childhood. There's just like a very young 5-year-old version of me that's playing this game for the first time. That's still in there, and this game really harkens back to some of my best moments in childhood, my favorite, happiest memories in my early life, you know. And so I think that my opinion of this game is just going to be skewed in that direction. Unfortunately, there will be other games that I review in this collection that I do not feel that way about. So we'll see how those compare. But this game looks the same. It's a little bit sharper. It looks better. It looks the way I remember it. That's what nostalgia does. It looks the way my rose-colored glasses remember Mario looking. Yeah, he's still lumpy. He's still lumpy as hell, but he looks good being lumpy. He looks like a good lumpy Mario. Look at that butt. Look at those birds. So when those birds fly out of that tree, and that tree, I keep missing them. They fly off. That blew me away as a kid. And that attention to detail is something that makes this game a timeless masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. This game, when it came out in '97, shook the gaming world in a big way. But how does the game stand up playing it now? Like, I'm almost 30 years old now. It took me almost my whole life to finally get all 70 stars and beat Bowser. I don't think I ever beat Bowser once as a kid. It's just it was hard for me to do. Don't judge me.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Along with everything else, the soundtrack in this game is absolutely timeless. Some of these songs are inspired by music that's already in the Mario series, some of the most recognizable songs ever made at this point. Um, some of the music's original. Dire Dire Docks, to this day, is a jam that I put on my regular mix of like relaxing music to listen to, because it's a very relaxing song. Same with this level select music. If this doesn't give you some nostalgic feelings, you know, I feel bad about how you grew up.
Okie dokie.
That being said, I do have a couple gripes about this game, and I think that a lot of them have already been... We've already talked about them for the most part. Online, it's no secret that people are not happy about certain elements of this game. One of the things I do want to talk about is I feel like this game has terrible implementation of its music. So, the cap that gives you the ability to just walk through certain walls and not take damage from fire uses the same theme music as the cap that gives you flight, and then on top of that, this level uses the same music you use for all of the racing and sliding levels, even though that this is a level that isn't a racing... Like, by the time that the player gets to the bottom of this and the music changes, they're no longer sliding. While Nintendo has so many other tracks of music that would go perfect in this level. And it would have required minimal effort, I think, in 97 to change up which track loads in if you already have a certain number of tracks. And I think it would have taken even less. I mean, they're already switching out some better detailed texture assets. Why not switch around the music a little bit? That's up to Nintendo. That's not really up to me. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. We got Powerful Mario. Mario when he gets a powerful power-up. Okay. This, again, Powerful Mario does not... I don't imagine Ethereal Mario running through specific grates on a level and not taking fire damage to be something that really matches with this theme. But then when you get Metallic Mario, you get this music. Lethal Lava Land, a theme that only gets used like once in the game, would go perfect for the bonus level I just showed. That kind of underground, doing the Ethereal Mario. Even an Ethereal Mario song would have been excellent to hear, but I understand the cartridge for the Mario 64 probably just doesn't have the space to do that. A couple of other things I wanted to talk about. The difficulty spike on this game is kind of insane. So you got the first level, you got the race with Koopa the Quick. This is a pretty iconic thing. It helps you become more acquainted. It tests how well acquainted you are with this level. And as an adult, you know, somebody who's been playing in this specific little sandbox for quite some time, I find it pretty easy to run through here. Now, once you get up to the higher levels, and I guess that does make sense, though. The higher difficulty comes from the different levels of the castle that you unlock, and the way that the game's difficulty is designed is pretty interesting. Like, I never touched the uppermost levels. I never got a single star from any of the last 3 levels that you have access to. The clock, and then the 2 rainbow... There's like a Rainbow Road kind of level, and then there's one more level that is just absolutely insane. I think it's a Flying Hat level. I guess it's a bonus Flying Hat level. Too much. Very, very too much indeed. But yeah, this is super easy, but I think the fact that you can beat the game without doing every single challenge is very good. So something people said they didn't like online, something that's pretty universally hated, is this level kickout system. When you collect a star, you get booted out of the level. Personally, I love this system. This system makes a lot of sense to me. As somebody who grew up with a sibling who wants to play a video game, when you play a video game, you kind of want to like pass the controller off back and forth at a reasonable time. This is a reasonable time. When you die, or when you collect a star. You collect a star, pass it off to your brother dies, switch off again. I like the level kickout system. I think it works in this game. I think it works given the context of when the game was made. how the game was made, and who the game was made for. I understand that, like, given now, there's, like, speedrunners who that negatively affects, but if you're speedrunning a game, you gotta deal with the game, you know? I also understand that this is not a good version of the game to speedrun. Apparently, this is kind of an updated ROM of the game. I think it's maybe like an updated Japanese version of the game that contains fixes for some of the exploits in the US version that speedrunners use. So that's definitely something that people were upset about, but you know, it's again, like, you gotta speedrun the game that you're given. This isn't Mario 64 on the 64, this is Mario 64 3D All-Stars. And if you're familiar with, like, the original Mario All-Stars release, that's pretty much how it was. They were the same but different. Slight modifications. So this is the difficulty. This is like one of the final levels you unlock. It's bedlam. It's absolute freaking madness. But again, you can beat the game, the vanilla game, the basic game, without going in here at all and getting any of these. I have not gotten any of these because they're just too hard. No. And I'm a baby. I'm a filthy casual, as they say. Another thing I want to talk about, that I think this level is going to be, this is probably one of the perfect levels to show off here for this. The camera in this game is doo-doo. It is a doo-doo camera. It only works sometimes, and most of the time it's a huge hindrance. So we'll switch here to, like, Mario mode and see if this is going to help us any. Alright, okay. This is slightly better, but the draw distance on this level is really weird. Nope, I goofed. I freaked out. So yeah, this game, it tests you. But for a Nintendo 64 game, it's rad. Is this game worth $60? No. No, it is not. This game, if you were spending $60 to play Mario 64, don't. This game is at best, in my opinion, in my video game appraisals, $20. The best I can do on this game is $20, Nintendo. However, because it is packaged with 2 other games, I kind of understand where Nintendo's coming from with this price tag. Ooh, I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I made it up. I might have to pause this review so I can beat this level.
Mamma mia! Game over.
Well, all in all, I'm gonna give this one a 5 out of 5. It's a masterpiece. It was the first 3D platformer. It was the first collectathon. It was the first everything, whatever. 3D. Blow my mind. It blew my mind when I was a kid. It still blows my mind today how good it's aged, how good it is. Yeah, I recommend this game. I don't know if I can recommend this full collection though. And now that it's not available anymore, what does it really matter? You know, I waited too long to get this, and I'm probably waiting too long to talk about it. Now that it's all gone. However, I will say, if Nintendo ever releases this on like the Nintendo Online shop, I would say it's worth it. If you're able to get this for free with a Nintendo Online subscription, yeah, get it. That's worth it. That's hella worth it. If Nintendo finally adds, you know, Nintendo 64 games to their little online service, then I 100% support you in spending whoever's money to get that game. It's probably solid. That's it. That's all I have to say about Super Mario 64. I teared up a little bit. when I first booted this game up because of the nostalgia and
Press start to
so
play.
many childhood memories. I love it. I love it. It's great. I think the Kickout system's rad. I think the nostalgia's great. I think the little details of the birds and all the little tiny details are great. Wet Dry Land's kind of weird. I don't know. Wet Dry Land still is just, it's cursed. The music is timeless, although there's some poor implementation of it here and there. There's a crazy difficulty spike, but I mean you've gotta improve to get there. So if you're the only one playing the game, it's actually not too bad. It's a well-designed game. It does a good job. The camera's doo-doo, but I don't know if I can really blame it for having a doo-doo camera because all games in the 90s had doo-doo cameras. Doo-doo camera was an industry standard back then. I got to give it props for giving you two camera modes, though. It does try to combat the doo-doo camera as best as it can, and there are times when you need to switch. Like, there's times, it even says in the manual, like, look, change the way the camera's going to do it for this part, because you need to see all the stuff coming up. And so, yeah, that was pretty helpful. So, I gotta say, if it's cheap and affordable, get it. I wouldn't pay a scalper $100 to play Super Mario 64 on the Switch. It's cool that it's on the go, but it's really just not. It's not going to be worth it. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, really ask yourself: is it fear of missing out on this product, or is it actual like no, you need to pay a scalper $100 or more dollars just to pick up a game that is honestly only worth $20. Yeah. Anyway, I've been Judge Zed, aka Zach Lane, aka Zacarias the Pious of House Lane, first of his name, former Lord Give a Shit, a sheer harbinger of Sass and Holy Prince of the Sea of Ash and Lord of the Game. That game's been Super Mario 64. Thanks for watching. Seriously, I've got a Patreon, think about donating, I've got a Twitter and a Twitch and all that good stuff. Check me out, give me a like, follow, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. If you hate the leveled Kickout system, let's argue about it in the comment section below. Have yourself a good week, and I'll see you next time.